I know today, no matter what is happening, things will all go my way. I see heaven and I don't have to wait for you to recognize that love resides in this place. Why not listen ahead? Why you making that face? You be tripping, think about something different. Why you making just relax with it, ain't no accidents, it's just all for the love.
Heaven high, everybody. Welcome. Oh, heaven high, everybody. Heaven high, and yes, welcome. I feel so calm today. So I'm going to ask all of you to just take a moment and take a breath. Just center yourself. Whatever's been going on today, all the things that you had to do, the ripping and running, let it all go and just come and be in this moment, in this space with the three of us. I'm excited today. Thank you. Because we're talking about something that I have connected with and loved my entire life. And that's my angels and my ancestors and the spirit guides. And I'm so excited to be talking about the differences and how we can work with them. And I have two of my favorite people in the entire world on here with me today. Well, you know, I got kids too, but my dear Sonia Marie, who is an astrologer, an author, an artist, and so much more. So we'll call her a Renaissance woman. Yeah. And I have my dear sister, Minister Jeane July, who is a animal communicator, a psychic detective, a spiritual counselor, a psychic medium, and also so much more. Please welcome both of them here today. Heaven high, ladies.
Heaven high, heaven high.
Greetings.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, let me see if y'all have any questions. Yes, heaven high. I'm wondering if any of you in our audience has ever experienced hearing a voice that you knew was different than yours. Because I have. Sometimes I'll even have conversations with people and I will hear something and I know I'm supposed to say it, but I don't really know where it comes from. But that voice is tried and proven in my life. So I trust it. And today we'll find out, is it my intuition? Is it my angels? Is it the Holy Spirit? Is it my spirit guides? What is it? Is it the ancestors? Come on, y'all. Who wants to go first? What is it?
Go ahead, Ms. Jeane.
All right, I'll jump in. It could be any of them. It could be any of them. The voices that we hear inside is that which I consider our higher self, our spirit guide that speaks within us. You know, our souls are that true connection to all that is divine. And so when our spirit guides speak to us, it's that quiet voice, you know, that comes from within. And so it could be our spirit guide speaking. It could be our ancestors, yes, hearing, you know, even audibly someone talking to us, but just hearing that voice and feeling the energy that someone is here, maybe feeling a little bit of that.
Yes.
Could be an ancestor, be a spirit guide. The whole thing, though, like kind of in a nutshell, is that we have a team of people It's a team.
It's a team.
And we have, the angels have watch over us, guard over us, and they are part of that team that's been assigned to kind of help with things. So I think one of the things is that that I understand is that we have angels are on assignment to us, for each of us, but they're not our guardian. In other words, they're not our spirit guides. We have our spirit guides, and we have the angels, and we have the ancestors, but there are entities and ancestors who are there to be our spirit guides. So
Oh,
uh-huh.
so I kind of understand it as um my people who have my mother.
Mm-hmm.
She's one of my ancestors now
Mm-hmm.
and very busy in my life. Um, my angels are celestial beings
Mm-hmm.
who were not human, and
Exactly.
maybe my spirit guides at one point might have been human or might not have, but now they're assigned to kind of oversee. Is it because I also believe we chart our lives? So are they also helping us stay on path? Because quote unquote, when quote unquote bad things happen, it's in my experience, it's always been for our good. So because otherwise, why would they let this happen and not let that happen? Like, how do they know when to jump in and when to jump out?
That is a good question. It's that question of why do bad things happen to good people? And a lot of people ask that question. And it's part of the journey. There's some things that are untimely as well when things happen. But because of the trajectory of each person's journey, it's kind of like it certain things can change because we have choice, right? We have
Right.
choice. So what we consider this is a bad thing happened, I got in a car accident or something even worse. It's all about still staying on the journey, and our spirit guides are there to help us. Our ancestors are there to support us.
Hmm.
And so, and what I know is that you may have more than one spirit guide. You may have several, and depends on where you are in your journey. Where you were at one part of your life, you needed this spirit guide. As you go into another part of your life, a new one will come in and help you through this part of your life. You know,
Which, oh, I was going
I'm
to say, which brings us to my dear Sonia Marie, because it's my understanding that seven planets or something are in Aries, and it's a whole new world being created right now. So shift happening, and so maybe a new set of spirit guides will be setting in too.
I
Maybe.
mean, possibly, maybe, and I'm grateful that you brought in astrology because I do want to touch upon that. But a prelude to that, and transitioning out of with what Ms. Jeane just mentioned, I think we all forget how powerful we are, and I think I'm trying to find the best way to say it. As human beings, we remember when it's convenient.
Mm, we remember
You
when it was
know, we
convenient.
remember how powerful we are when it's convenient and or when it's good for the ego to say, yes, I'm powerful. But then when we when choices are made when the human ego or human things jump into existence, we kind of like disown our power and put it on somebody else. Why
Oh,
did God let this happen?
oh
Why
yeah.
did Spirit let this happen? Why did my angels let this happen? And it's
Mhm.
like, wait, hold on. How can you take the credit yesterday, but now all of a sudden it's God's fault? You know what I mean? We co-create this thing.
Mhm.
And we have to remember that, we are working together. So our angels, our ancestors, our spirit guides, however they are positioned in our lives, can only do what they can do based on the choices that we make as well. And folks want to absolve themselves of that, you
Mhm.
know? They want to absolve themselves of the fact that, oh, you stole money from somebody's purse. That's why $100 was taken from you. Why would $100 be taken from me? Because 10 years you took money from somebody else.
Mhm.
The
Mhm.
choices, the energy, the karma, the information that you put out is only going to come back. It's nobody's fault. It's just how we live and how the rhythm is. You did.
I did. But
So
I think it's all good though. I
I
think
think it's
even the
wonderful.
bad stuff, the quote unquote bad stuff that happens is for our good. I think it's an answer to another question. It's just we, like I'm praying for some money. I get in a car accident and there it goes. I should have just gone out and got me another job. No, but it's an answer in there.
Right.
You know?
Right. And using that same scenario, somebody possibly told you, maybe you shouldn't get in the car right now. Oh, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I need to go do whatever, blah, 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 and you push against that voice, or you
Yes.
push against the nudge, or you disrespect the relationship that you have. Is
Yes.
the real point. You disrespect the co-creation here, you know?
Yes.
And I'm with you. I think it's a wonderful thing. Yes, it brings up human emotions when people die. Yes, it brings up human emotions when someone steps on your toe and does you dirty. It brings up all these human emotions. But again, like you said, it's all for the good. It's all for the good. Now, in regards to the astrology part of it, the sun, Mercury, Neptune, Saturn. There's one more. Mars, I believe. 5 planets are all in Aries. That's a
Wow.
big deal. That's a huge big deal. And especially on par with what we're talking about because of Neptune. Neptune is what's considered that ethereal planet, that planet, that's Pisces' planet that brings you closer to the veil. Neptune is music. Neptune is confusion and delusion. Neptune is all things spiritual for sure. Neptune is our dream time. Neptune
Mm.
is the doorway to those conversations that we've been having. So if you have Neptune and Aries and a stellium, which is 2 or more planets, when you have a stellium in the same energy, in the same sign, they're all heightening each other, you dig? It's like
Mm.
we all come in like a gang and we all are that much more forceful because we have each other. That's what that stellium presents itself as. So yes, Neptune is on tilt right now because Neptune got buddies. And Neptune is saying, open up your eyes, open up your eye, look for what it is that's being shown to you in a forceful way because it's Aries.
Ah.
Get that? There's layers to it. If it was in a different sign, it would come off a little bit differently.
I see. I
That's
see. So, like, if I gave Aries a color in my mind, it would be red.
absolute.
So then, like Neptune and red meet. It's like saying, "Go for it,
Yeah.
go for it, go for it." So, with it being in Saturn, which I understand is the one that
Of
teaches us,
Saturn as well. Mm-hmm.
that's also saying, "Take chances."
No.
Oh, what is it? No.
I like your enthusiasm, but you're wrong.
No. Okay.
That would be Mars. Mars says take chances, and that's movement. Also red, but Mars is Aries' planet. A whole nother thought. So you was getting there.
Okay.
But Saturn is just the opposite. Saturn, or if not just different. Saturn is like the old man. Saturn is like the woof. Saturn is like regulated authority, schedule. Saturn takes the fun out of it because Saturn wants to be able to root a thing. So how dope is it to have the ethereal Neptune, have the fiery ass Mars, and have the grandpa Saturn all in the same sign?
All agreeing. Everybody's agreeing.
All agreeing, because you'll have Mars to go, you'll have Neptune that goes, wait, I hear spirit. Wait, hold on. We got to do something. So Neptune's looking for Mars to go, yep, let's go. Motivation, get up, do the thing. And then Saturn goes, wait, hold on. How are we going to do it?
And then Mercury says, I'll tell you how we do it. This is what we're going to do.
Exactly. But it's good, again, to go back to your point. It's good to have Saturn in there because Saturn solidifies it. You dig? Otherwise, if Saturn wasn't in there, it'd be like, blah, it'd be like a solar fire. You know what I mean? Like a solar flare just coming at you with all that Aries energy. At least Saturn is like, okay, let's do this purposefully. Let's do this with precision. Let's do this with aim. Let's do this with authority, understanding.
Yes.
Plan.
Okay, so how do we work with all of that energy from the stars and our angels and ancestors and guides at the same time so that we can live our best lives?
I think Miss Jeane has a really good planned out answer for you. Excuse me, because she's just dope like that. I'm going to say this, though. It starts with slowing your ass down. Like, for real. Like, slow down.
Mm-hmm.
Take your time. Make your steps count. Breathe when you need to, because we can't hear signals. We don't know what to do, you know what I mean, when we're harried,
Mm-hmm.
When we're forcing a situation, when ego has to save the day, when our feelings are hurt and we're just reacting to a situation.
Mm-hmm.
When we have a particular tempo, in my opinion, and we stay sure to our tempo. Now, granted, every day is a different tempo. I get that, because we are human, we're on the planet, and we got kids and all the things, but we at least have to be present within the tempo that's given to us that particular day in order to hear. Does that make sense?
Yes.
What you think, Jeane?
Miss Jeane?
What I think is, which was beautiful what you said, Sonia, is understand that the planets and the stars, that astrology itself is, and I think I've heard you say this, Sonia, that it doesn't run your life. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't run your life. It doesn't rule your life. What it is it's kind of like, I don't know how to put it, but it's kind of like, in a general sense, this is what these planets do when they come together and how it affects us regarding our birth date and time and everything else is going.
So it's like it's a prime opportunity for you to do this, because now the state, to me, it's like, okay, the kitchen is clean. Go in there and cook something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody in the comments said it best. Cosmic womb, it's a template.
Yeah, it's a template.
It's a template.
Yeah, it's really a template. But with that being said, it is the invisible, those that are in the other realm, our spirit team, that have the assignment to us particularly, because each person has had different experiences, right? And what we're going through, what I'm going through in my journey is different than what you're going through, Tangie. It's different than what Sonia's going through. It's different from what all the people out there that are listening. Everyone is an individual. And so everyone has been assigned a spirit guide. The very, very beginning that we have been they have been assigned to us because we understand, at least I understand, I won't say everybody understand, that when we agreed to come here and incarnate in this body, we agreed, kind of like a contract, that this is what we're going to go through. These people are going to be our parents. These people are going to be my children, my husband, my spouse. You know, it's like we agreed, I'm going to do this occupation. This is my love. And so this spirit guide is being assigned to us to help us through the journey. And our ancestors, mind you, they too can be a spirit guide for us. One can be assigned to be our spirit guide, you know. But we are here to learn. We're here to elevate our consciousness. And that is the whole point of having our guides. To be reminded, as Sonia put it, to remind us that we are co-creating, that we have the ability to elevate in such a way, and for us to understand who we are beyond the ego. And you know, and so that's the whole point. Now, the angels, if I'm jumping on that, it's also understanding that there is a hierarchy in the angelic world. So you have the angels, we look at the archangels, and I would even state that they're angels that are purposefully guarding the throne. And so you have the archangels, and then you have those that are assigned to each angel to do what they need to do for us. You know, and I'm saying this in the terms that, you know, I know this is what I heard from my spirit guide, that there's like this hierarchy. But the angels themselves, as I said earlier, are not our spirit guides. Our spirit guides, like Sonia said, can be, or you said, can be one who was maybe never been incarnated or lived thousands or hundreds of years ago. And so it's kind of like everybody's working on our behalf. We just have to be open to listen.
Open to listen. Ironetta Davis just said, my dreams are often, thank you. My dreams are often the place where I get messages. I try to remember what I've been told. Often I have to write it down when I wake up, but it's always accurate information when I decipher it. So that's one of the ways that our angels, spirit guides, and all three of them can communicate through our dreams because they've all entered mine. Cosmic Womb said, from birth to so-called death. I love that you said so-called because the body dies. We have an angel assigned to us all, angels in the outfield.
I believe in the power of the dreams too, Ironetta. They and I'm sorry to cut you off real quick.
Oh, no, go ahead.
But to complete that thought, it's so much easier, right, y'all, for them to connect with us in our dream time, because again, we're slowed down. Again, our human defenses are dropped. Our third eye, our subconscious is awake and open as the body and our nervous system takes a rest. We are available. That's why it's important, like I said, that even in our waking time, we do our best to maintain a tempo that that is regulated, that we can, you know, we can listen in. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But that dream time is deep, and I have personally been experiencing a lot of dream information too. I tell you both this all the time, especially Jeane. And astrologically, that's because Jupiter is leaning in my 12th house, and 12th houses of dreams, but that's a whole nother story. But the bottom line is that yes, they come through and they help. They scream sometimes. They're like, I couldn't get you in your wait time, so I'm gonna tell you now.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times it's not as obvious as we think too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
My dreams have they really my dreams have guided me. Yeah, they've guided me and given me peace in the midst of many storms.
yeah,
It's like they've given me a forewarning of what's going to happen. And when, like you say, slow down, I like that because in the times of my life when I was frustrated and angry or sad or why, I couldn't hear. I wouldn't be able to hear until I calmed down. Now, what about this? I'm woken up at 2:22, 3:33, 4:44 constantly. I talked to a sister friend of mine today, and she said they wake her up. Well, she didn't say they wake her up. I said they wake her up. She said she wakes up every morning between like 3:30 and 4 o'clock.
Mhm.
And then she says she tries to go back to sleep, usually doesn't fall back to sleep until 6 and sleeps until 11. And she said she used to sweat all over, but now she just sweats in her head. What's happening? I was like, is it an upgrade? You know, she's not wanting to eat like she used to. It's a lot of strange things that she's noticing. Could that be? Could they be? What could that be? Could they be communicating? Because I'm hearing we're in a new dimension. We're getting an upgrade, right? What do y'all hear? What do you hear?
Well, if I can answer that, it could be she's getting an upgrade, and I don't want to make a statement about it, a diagnosis over without really talking to her
Mm-hmm.
and hearing her story. But it could be just that. I don't know if she has been on a spiritual journey.
Definitely.
Then if she has, then probably there's this shifting that might be taking place within her. When with some people, I know for me that when I know there's a shift taking place, and sometimes this happens during Lent or whatever it is, it's like my body doesn't need certain things at that time. It's like, I don't want to eat this. This is all that my body wants because my spirit is doing something. And it's the upgrade. It's like, this is not what I need right now. And so it could be that. But I think that, like I said, if she's been on this spiritual quest and journey and feeling like, things are shifting for her, then it could be. And her dreams, when we dream, why sometimes, because my mother comes through my dreams, parents come through, and sometimes they're doing things that are symbolic. But it's like, we're like, why are my grandparents, showing me this? And why is my mother doing that or taking me here?
Yeah.
And it's basically because we are not in our heads at that time when we're asleep. In fact, someone said recently that we travel when we sleep. We go into different realms when we sleep. Some people will call it astral travel. And so when we're shut down, and what happens when we're shutting down is that the cells are having a time to rejuvenate and replenish. And so the body is resting and the mind is quiet. And that is sometimes the best time for us to hear, in our dreams.
In our
So,
dreams.
yeah.
Cosmic Wound said her DNA is changing for the rise. Crystalline beings for the new timeline. What does that mean? Crystalline beings for the new timeline.
I'm not certain about that. She wants to explain. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not either. I mean,
Cosmic Wound, you're going to have to
I
come
can
on.
make up some shit real quick.
Line beings for the new timeline. Write it out. Write it out. Now, what I imagine that means, the new timeline, is this new earth that we're creating, and our souls and bodies, and we have to adapt. We have to change so that we can, she says, our carbon beings, so that we exist in this new world. Because I've read that as we continue to evolve, we might even get like my mother over there on the other side and not want food and different things. She says, yes, melanated beings in our DNA structure. Gotcha. Gotcha. Now, let me ask you this. Do either of you know how we know angel numbers are angel numbers? I asked this question because I'm curious, because I have mine 222, 333, 444, 1111. Like when I was on that retreat, I kept seeing 222 everywhere. But how do we know? How do we know what number? How do we know? Is it like every other? Because if we study all of these different religions, we'll find that all of them talk about beings that overlook, that guide us and protect us, but they might all call them different names.
Mm-hmm.
No, I wonder if it's just divine knowledge like that. Does that make sense? Like,
Almost.
Almost it does.
because no matter where you go, what religion, everybody puts importance on the numbers, number 7, number 12, 12, 12, all of them. But how do we know which one? Who decided that one meant prosperity, one meant that the angels are listening to us now? It feels good to me, so I'm not doubting it. I'm just wondering if either of you have heard that. Have your spirit guides mentioned that to you?
Well, I believe in the power of numerology, in which Miss Jeane can absolutely dive into, because she studies it a whole lot closer than I do. But every number does have a vibration. But aside from that, I think when we do see those repeating numbers, for
Yeah.
my life anyway, it's
Yeah.
about being aligned. When I see 222, when I see 111, it is the vibration of the number, yes, but it's also about, it's almost like a feather. It's almost like walking and seeing.
Butterfly.
It's almost like seeing a butterfly. It's like somebody telling you you're right on time, especially if you're going through something in that moment and or thinking about something, or something just happened. It's almost like a confirmation or an affirmation to say, yep, keep going. Don't worry about it. Keep on moving. At least that's how I take it.
I love that. So y'all listen, so far we have 3 ways that, because we want to know how people can work with their angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. And we're learning dreams, numbers, you name some other ones, a butterfly. I know when I see a butterfly, it soothes my heart. I'm like, Mother, is that you? Just hearing, turn left. Don't go that way. That person's not good for you. What are some other ways that people can utilize the power that we have to know that we're on the right track or not? Like, for example, I know what kind of job that I want. I've been offered a job. That's not my dream job. How can I know, Tangie, it's a new world being created right now. Stay focused. Stay focused on what it is you want. Or, oh, Tangie, be smart. You can have fun and make some money.
Real
I
simple.
personally don't think fair question, though.
No?
No, because everybody's different and every situation is different, and it depends on what you did preceding that and what need. You know what I mean? Like,
So how can people, how do they know when it's intuition or when it's just, how do they know that, how do we know the difference between my angels are telling me, like, if you really want to stay on your path, how do you make sure that happens?
I like that
Listening to
question.
your dreams, paying attention to the numbers, listening to that voice, but then that voice, you got to know if it's
Okay. Yeah.
me. I can usually tell if it's my guides or the spirit talking to me. It usually tells me what to do, not what not to do. For me, I'm
Let
usually
me
not, fear usually says don't do that. But what?
let me jump in because I'm give something real simple that everyone can do, because it's as simple as learning how to be still for the moment. And it's kind of like this, knowing if it's from you versus is it coming from my inner self, my higher self, you know. And so usually what I would have people do is, if there's a question, if there's something that you need to hear for yourself, it's as simple as just placing your hands over your heart chakra
Oh, I like that.
and taking a breath. If you just take a breath,
Mm-hmm.
you ask the question and you release that breath. And then you hear. And the thing about it is, even though you're hearing, there's something within you that resonates. It's like it's not forceful. It's not in a panic. It's not out of fear. It's like, just let me place my hands here, ask the question, and then listen. Because when we're dealing with, trying to, with our mind and stuff, we're working from a whole different place versus working from within. We're working on the outside of us, the human side of us, versus connecting to that part of us, which is spirit. And through our spirit is when we hear the answers. Now, when we want to, say, connect with our ancestors, we can speak to them at any time. And we can pray and ask for their guidance, ask for their help. If there's a situation or something going on, trust me, many times, I've talked to my ancestors, my mother, my grandparents, all those go way, 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 way back, and say, this is the situation right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm asking for your support. I'm asking for your help in guiding me in the right direction. And so we can honor, we can pray to our ancestors. We can ask for help. Our spirit guides are there to kind of help us through that journey, and so are our ancestors. But it's kind of like they're all part of our spirit team, but they also kind of have different roles within the team, if that makes sense.
Yes. Yes.
Because you're dealing with your spirit guide, even though your spirit guide can be an ancestor, it's kind of like I'm helping them through this segment of their lives. And so it's just like being open. Now, if anybody out there doesn't know how to be in touch with their ancestors, it's really simple with that as well. Have an altar for them. Have an altar. Have their pictures up. Speak to them. Honor them. If you know that there's some type of dish or something that they love to eat or drink or something, place a little something for them. It's not that they're going to eat it or drink it. What it is just a remembrance. You know, it's not worshiping, it's honoring. And I think a lot of people get caught up in when we say, you know, create an altar for your ancestors, you know, pray to your ancestors. It's not a worship, it is an honoring and understanding their importance in our lives because they don't stop doing what they're doing for us, even if we don't recognize them. But it sure helps. It gives you that connection, right? So that's one way that you can work with the ancestors by just honoring them. You know? Even with the, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh no, I was just going to see if Sonia Marie had any.
No,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with it all.
Another thing that I do is I journal in the mornings. And when I journal, I talk to whoever I'm feeling that morning. Sometimes I close my eyes and just let my hand go with whatever it is that I'm feeling. And I might talk to my mother, I might talk to my professor, I might talk to my daddy, I might talk to anybody, Daddy Ambrose, that one. But I like journaling too. And Cosmic Wound says, I simply engage in conversation with them. I talk to them as though they were here in the flesh. And I definitely do that too. So right now, when we say, how do I work with them? What I have so far, we pay attention to our dreams. We pay attention to the numbers or the signs that we see that mean something to us. We listen to that voice that we know, but we got to have a relationship with that voice. We can place a hand over our heart chakra, take a breath and release that breath and listen. We can pray and ask for help. With all of those, what Sonia Marie said, be still, got to be still and listen, because with all of those, it's communication. So we got to pause, and we can do the automatic writing, and we can honor our ancestors by doing something that we know will make them know that we are paying attention and listening and honoring them and talking to them. And one of the ways is that altar.
I also want to add one more thing. I love the list that you got going on here. And again, it brings me back to us acknowledging our own power and acknowledging what is it that we believe. And let me make that more specific, because oftentimes we see things,
Yes.
smell things, hear things, see something that comes out of the veil, or like it's kind of flashes in your face, and we quickly want to put it on something medical, or we judge ourselves, or we say, you know, I'm going crazy. That's a judgment. You know, that couldn't be true. And it goes back to that adage I was saying earlier about us, like, not really being tapped into our own power. And part of the power is believing that what we see and what we smell is also a conversation, is also some type of connection. You know, I know many people smell their grandmother's perfume, or they smell their uncle's, you know, leather jacket or something like that. You know what I mean? And it's like, in those moments, it's not just something to throw away, meaning like, oh, that must be my grandmother. Okay, take that opportunity. If your grandmother is there, ask a question. Hey, you're around. Okay, is something you want to tell me? You just want to hug me? Okay, can you talk to me? What would you like for me to do? Like
Yeah.
those are the symbols too, as opposed to stepping into those judgment spaces that we can find ourselves in again because we're not used to doing it, and because religion has taught us different, and blah 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 blah. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? We
Yes.
are very dynamic.
Yes.
It's a blessing to be a human being.
Yes.
It's crazy at times, but it's an absolute blessing to be able to tap in and also be here on the planet and kind of like balance that thing out. It's an awesome little dance if we take it on from the perspective that I'm gonna get somewhere with this.
Yes.
Figure this thing out. I'm gonna
Yes.
make this my tool. I'm gonna rock with this. I'm gonna listen more. Instead of shooting ourselves down and allowing the outside to rule us.
Yes. Yes. See, and for me, with all that y'all have just said, knowing that for me, it's big knowing that I'm not alone on this journey. That I can say, help me today, talk to me, use me, you know, show me signs that you're here. Show me that you love me. Guide me. I don't know what to do, but I'm listening. That's that it helps me throughout my day. And then with whatever happens, good, bad, or otherwise, I can say, okay, there have been many times when I walked through the house and I said, okay, Lord, I did what you said. And now you got to handle this because now I don't know what to do. I don't even know why you had me do it, but I'm expecting you to work it out. And then it works out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I love that, listening to our other senses, because that's one of the gifts of being a human. Yes.
Absolute.
Yes.
Absolute.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Cosmic Wound said, I smell my dad's cigarette smoke sometimes.
Oh, that's Aranetta.
cool.
Aranetta
Oh,
said
that's
that.
Aranetta. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Saying you are not alone. Yes. Aranetta. Aranetta says I smell my dad's cigarette smoke sometimes. And
You know what?
oh, go ahead.
I had an uncle that was an awesome oil painter.
Yes.
He also suffered from a lot of mental instabilities too throughout his life, which as a child I remember his room and his blankets and his bedding, everything used to smell like pee. So it
Yeah.
was like a combination between urine, oil, like oil paints, um, and dirt, musky dirt. And every now and again, it's such a distinct smell. I cannot even write a poem on it if I could. It's just one of them things like when it comes across your nose, I was like, hi, Uncle Elliot. I know he's in the room. You have to know where else would that freaking smell be? You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
Absolutely. They absolutely will let themselves do things, to let you know that they're and the smells. Because it's like we can remember the smells. I think one day I was sitting and I smelled Estee Lauder, Youth Dew. Like
Uh-huh.
my mother used to wear Youth Dew. And it would just come out of the blue, right? If anybody still buys Estee Lauder, that Youth Dew, because it was strong and spicy, that smell. And and even just in taste. It's like all of a sudden you start tasting a particular type of food. And I'm just like, oh, okay, she's here. And when I work in the medium world, that happens all the time. When I'm giving a reading, it's like all of a sudden, I'm tasting something or I'm smelling something. It lets you know, that's evidence of letting you know, oh, this person is here. So, the whole thing is we have to remember that we are not alone. We have never been alone. We never will be alone.
Never.
You may be lonely, but understand
Not
that
alone.
you're never alone. And that's the whole thing, to remember that we have this whole team and ancestors that go way, 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 way back.
Yeah.
Can would you two be open, or can you think of an example where you received some spiritual guidance from your angels, your ancestors, or your guides that led to how you heard it and how it impacted your life?
Are you talking to me or talking to Sonia? Or
I'm
both?
talking
To both of us.
both of
Okay.
you. How you heard it and how it impacted your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one. I
I
can give you one while you're thinking. When
Okay.
my aunt, when I had, in my father's family, my dad is from New Orleans and they party. Y'all have heard this because you heard the book, but they party and they love the Lord, but they have a good time and cuss and it sounds like music. My mother's family, they love the Lord, but Pentecostal, their rules don't cut your hair heavy, all that stuff. And so my aunt had passed, and I had a vision. And in the vision, the phone rang, the doorbell rang, and there was a knock at the door. And I was sitting there playing cards with my daddy's people. We playing cards, there's drinks on the table. And I'm like, who is that? This not my, what's going on? And so I pick up the phone and this door opens and all these flowers start coming in. And I said, why is all that coming in? It's not my birthday. And then um, I go to another door and it opens and there's a platter with a branch with no leaves. Absolutely beautiful. And then I go turn and there's this other door and I'm in my aunt's house in the vision and I see my aunt and my uncle and I could tell they were both brown. They were wearing white. It was absolutely beautiful and it had the most beautiful embroidery I'd ever seen. It was paralyzing. It was my aunt and my uncle, and I wanted to get up and call my mother and tell them, look at dear, she's here. My Uncle Sonny, he's here. But I heard, don't move. So I didn't move. And then my aunt, who had on a long, beautiful dress, kicked up her leg. And when she kicked up her leg, and I'm shortening it all, she kicked up her leg. I saw that she didn't have on the dress. My aunt had on pants. They were pants that looked like a dress. And what I heard, because they didn't talk with their mouths, I heard, God ain't tripping. God ain't tripping. And what I got chills just now talking about it. And what my spirit said was, she was saying all of the stuff that they taught us, no cards, no looking in the mirror too long, no, all those no's, no pants. God ain't caring about all that stuff, Tangie. Live your life.
Yeah.
So many times they come to me and they say, I'll be worried about them. Oh, I wish you could be. They'll say, go live your life. And then after that, I had my baby girl who was stillborn. Not that year. It was maybe a year later. But after I went through all of the pain of that and the healing and got the blessing in it, I was working at a job and my son was holding this thing in my face. And I said, don't cover mommy's face. Because this was after my stillbirth. And then I went on to have my son and my daughter. And my son had that branch in his hand. And so I felt like she was telling me, baby girl, it's going to be hard times. You're going to have a time where it's not going to look like it's any growth. But Tangie, it's a gift. Oh, I got chills. Ah! It's a gift, Tangie. It's a gift. It's a gift. Ah! Okay, I'm going to stop because I'm like, right at this moment, right now, right at this moment, I feel like I'm having a confirmation. I feel like they're saying, so this is one of the ways. Oh, thank you. Okay, y'all turn. I'm sorry.
I think I've had many situations, and I was really trying to like narrow them down and to be a little and to choose one that's kind of plain. in a sense
Okay.
where you would understand.
Yes.
I began my musical career. A lot of people think that I came to Los Angeles to do music or to be in the industry, in which I did not. Right? I came here not knowing what the heck I was going to do, and ended up in television and film production for the first 2 years. But I had been writing poetry for 15 years prior to that, preparing to meet OG peers who produced This Is How We Do It,
I know.
Montel Jordan's This Is How We Do It, at this poetry reading. And OG was like, Sonia, I like your voice. You should put some of that to music. And I was like, what? No, I'm not doing that. I'm cool. He's like, no, for real. And I'm like, you just want me in your studio.
Right.
That sound like him.
It
Yeah,
does.
I remember him.
Little,
Yes.
that frisky little Taurus. God
Yeah.
bless his soul. He's on the other side now.
Yeah.
I loved OG. I loved him so much. Come to my studio, girl. And I was like, okay. I bought a friend, Kim Hill, who used to perform with the Black Eyed Peas.
Yes.
She sang this little hook to my poem, When I Step. Y'all, when OG put that thing on a cassette tape and handed it to me, and I'm in my little Honda, little 93 Honda, and I'm sitting in the car, I literally felt the whole sky open up. It was like my car became a convertible. It was like cold air was rushing down like my spine to my head and down my spine and through my feet. And I was like, oh, this is what I'm doing, huh? And then,
Oh,
like and I literally ran that cassette tape for about 3 hours driving around Los Angeles by myself, time after time. It was a 4-minute song, over and over and over and over and over. And as you all know, like it literally set a trajectory in my life where I had no idea. They was like, listen to this. Listen to this. And if I did not, I could, God knows what I'd be doing, making donuts somewhere. But
wow.
That's one of the times I listened.
I love it. And the spirit guides not only communicated with you, but they communicated with OG too.
They pushed him because I mean, my little human self was like, no, you just want to get down. And he was like, girl, just come on, bring somebody else. I don't care what you do. Like, yes.
Wow.
Yes. But it was that after communication was just like, whoa, you can't deny it. When spirit is in your face and spirit's like, yo, I don't care if anybody hears it. I need you to hear it.
Yes.
I need you to tap into it. Because there's going to be 5 people right after you listen to this that's going to be like, I mean, that's okay. I mean, you sound like Michelle and Cello. I mean, you sound like this one. I mean, I don't know. I mean, but if you hear what I'm telling you, I'm putting you on your own path.
Yeah.
Thank God I listened.
Thank God you listened. That's
Thanks,
beautiful. Spirit. That feeling. Oh,
I love that feeling.
I do too. Sonia Marie. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm excited. I'm still caught up because I can feel the feeling. Like, this is what I could see you. This is what I could see your brain opening up like, I found it.
I'm about to do it.
I'm about to do it. I don't know how. I don't know any of that stuff. I just know this is it. What feeling do y'all have like that? Like, this is what I'm supposed to do.
And bless it though, to add to that, within 6 months, no joke, no lie, no exaggeration, I had a deal with LaFace Records. I had an EMI publishing deal, and I was signed to Waiting to Exhale to be on that soundtrack. Within 6 months, it was like, wait. Because you listen.
Because you listen.
Y'all
hear that? Listen. Oh, yeah. Listen. And sometimes you got to bring a friend. Miss Jeane, what you got? Tell us one of those times for you.
Wow, I think the biggest thing that happened um, I was going along my merry way. And, I mean, I had already been ordained as a minister, and I knew I could hear things about people. I could hear things. And there were moments that I felt energies coming in, but I was always having this feeling that, God, there's something else I'm supposed to do. I just have this feeling, and I'm out here trying to figure out, what is it then? Is it work with ancestors? Oh, maybe I'm supposed to be on ghost hunters, or something like that. I'm just kind of like, okay. And y'all probably heard this story already. I've shared it with you too, but I'd always been interested in the paranormal shows. I'm looking, and I was interested in, it's like, these mediums and psychics. It's like, oh wow, that's interesting. I'm trying to understand all this. I'm trying to understand all this. So, here comes the pandemic, 2020, and I was sitting watching the show, these two mediums out of England, and going through a house and just casually watching. And it was like, it was almost a booming voice. I heard, said, "This is your work."
Boom.
Oh.
And I was just kind of, what?
Like, y'all hear that?
It's like, this is your work as a medium. And I was paralyzed for a minute. And then I said, well, how am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to, I don't know where to start with this. And said, you're to study, and you're to learn how this works, and to learn technique. And I just kind of sat there, just kind of paralyzed in a way. Actually, Godsmacked. It's like, ooh, and this whole thing inside of me, it was like, it opened up, and it was like, that's the answer. This is the answer that I've been looking for. And I didn't know it was that, but it was like everything in me. It was like, the tingling that you got, Tangie, it was like that for me. I was tingling. I was like, and it was like this big breath I could take. Like, and I was processing, right? Yeah, thoughts you're processing, but it was like, that's it. That's it. That's what I've been searching for, but didn't know that was it until I was told.
Yes.
I went ahead and I stepped forward and began the studies and talking to the ancestors, and just talking to spirit.
Because it was after that when you started helping find lost children, right?
Yeah, it was when my teacher, who became a colleague, had started the psychic detective work. And I didn't even think I was going to be doing that. That wasn't even on my radar. But that opened up.
Wow.
So not even thinking of trying to do it. It was just like one day talking, and I'm hearing about this case. I'm hearing about this girl that's been missing, and it's like, oh, okay, that's good, And then all of a sudden, oh, wait a minute. Wait, wow, I'm hearing this. I don't know why I'm hearing this about this girl.
Oh, wow.
So just things, this is what I'm saying, what we talked about earlier. When you have that type of relationship with spirit,
Ashe.
you know the voice, you know
Yeah.
who's talking to you versus if it's coming from you, in other words, from the ego side. But
Yes.
it's having that type of relationship that when you hear it, there's no doubt. Because your
Yes.
body just, it's like, whoa.
Yes.
That's what
Yes. Yes. Without a shadow of a doubt. That's what Cosmic Womb said. Without a shadow of a doubt. And sometimes it can take a while because sometimes some of us have parents that want to really think for us.
Yeah.
So sometimes we have to start slowly exercising that part of our brain. But like Sonia Marie said, we really have to trust ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Trust ourselves, because don't shake it away. Don't knock it away when you hear something or feel something because it doesn't make sense in your head.
Right, right.
Um,
And also be easy on ourselves, because sometimes, again, we are human. Sometimes we get into emotional situations throughout our lives. Somebody that we love leaves, or
yes,
we do a homeless period, or work is too stressful or whatever. Like we get caught up, and it gets harder to hear when we get caught up. And
yes,
sometimes we get caught up quicker than we think, and we're like, how did I get into this? Like, how
yes.
did I get into this relationship? Like, I was
Fine.
I was just fine.
Yes.
And then I got a boot on my neck. What the hell? Like,
Yeah.
and we have to be easy on ourselves and allow ourselves to back up out of that with
Yeah.
ease and with no judgment, and take a little time to do that every now and again. It's not a switch. It's not something that can sometimes come on and off for some people. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? So again, be easy on yourself. Be easy.
Easy on yourself. Do y'all know what it means to be easy on yourself? Y'all know what that means? For me to be easy, when you say that, that means don't get mad at myself when I do something wrong or when I do something that doesn't make me happy. That means take some time to relax and just be. That means occasionally sit down.
Yeah.
Don't feel like I got to keep going, going, going. That means, um, that means maybe get a pedicure every once in a while.
Right. And mentally it can mean sometimes you have to force that loop to stop,
Mm,
because we
that's
beat
hard.
ourselves up when that loop goes. Oh, I should have
Yep,
did this, I should have did this, I should have did this, I should have did this. And then we
Yeah.
feed that thing. We
yep.
don't even recognize that the loop is going. And it'll be 2 hours into us. I should have did this, I should have did it. And your
And
heart
it
is pounding,
builds.
and it builds and it builds and it builds. So we have to be conscious of, oh wait, hold on. I got this loop going on.
Yes, yes,
Hey, we're not
yes.
doing this right now.
You know what I've realized about me is I'm a seer. I can see other people, but I can't see myself. So I've learned don't trust anything negative that I say to myself. Nothing. When I look in the mirror and I say, "Oh, you look so bad," I go ask my daughter, "Daughter, how I look? Is it okay?" Don't trust anything. That's how y'all didn't even see I put a relaxer in my hair.
Right now?
No, I shaved it all off, but I might even post the video because I did the video. My hair was beautiful, and I did a video where I'm like, look at all, and I was feeling ugly. She was at school. I went and bought a dag nabbit relaxer,
Wow.
and they had all these no lie relaxers. Never used a no lie in my life. I bought it. Why I bought it, I don't know. But I was like, I need something different. And I came home and I mixed that stuff and put it on my hair. And my hair started. I got video. I might make a video. Look like little pickaninny. Sonia Marie, when I rinsed that out, my hair looks so And my daughter, when she saw me, said, cut it out. But I didn't wait for somebody to say, Tangie, calm down.
I gotta see that. I gotta see that. That Gemini went crazy.
Crazy. So anything bad, if I look in the mirror and I say I'm fat, I'm going
Tangie.
whatever it is, I just go with it until, and that's why I have to have friends that love me, good friends, so that I can call somebody up. And the journaling, like I'll be journaling and I'll be saying something, and then I'll say, wait a minute, that's not how you talk to me, Lord. That must be me. So those are some of my little cheats, but
or when you look in the mirror and you're about to say you look bad, flip it. Just lie to yourself for a quick second, to yourself as you think you're lying to yourself, and then it becomes the truth. Because the other part of that too is that you can't rely on people to tell you the truth about you.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you with the mirror, what I decided, because I remember when my mother was in that bed dying, and she was looking at pictures, and she said, Tangie, there was never a time when I didn't think I needed to do something with my body. So now I look in the mirror and I say, people don't see what I see. They just see my light. So I ain't gonna worry about it.
But it don't matter what the fuck they see. At the end of the day, who cares what they see?
That's right. That's right. And you know what else? 10 years from now, I know I'm going to look back at this Tangie and be like, oh, it wasn't so bad.
I'm not messing with you.
Okay. Wait a minute. It's 7:11. One more question before I let y'all go. So this has been absolutely wonderful.
It's always a good time.
Oh, thank you, Cosmic Womb. Thank you. What advice would you have for someone who right now feels alone and lost and like that?
Well, it's kind of hard to say that it's just one solution for everybody, because we don't know the situation.
Well, let's just give them anything that they can, a thread, just anything that they can hold. Well, I'll tell y'all one thing, and then I'm gonna go back. Let me give you that's their Instagram, Word Life Sonia Marie, and Light and Soul Spiritual. So you can, and both of them, you can go to their Instagram page and get to their websites. But here are their websites too. I got their websites too. Let me find their websites. I got that too. But now you go ahead, because Sonia Marie has everything on her website. Minister Jeane has everything on her website. Y'all can get readings. You can hear music. You can talk to your pets. You can find out about fabulous events. You can go on retreats. Just check them both out, because they are the absolute bomb. Okay, now, last words. Here we go. I just want something. Oh, Cosmic Womb said something. Thank you, XOXO909. Something tangible. Just one thing that they can hold on to. Just one thing. Because y'all can go to the website and you can set up an appointment and, get your specific need filled, or let the angels speak through them. But right now you're learning that the angels can speak through you too. Synergy Celestial says, just got to know God got you and you ain't never been alone. And I'm rolling my neck when I say it. I love it. So what y'all got? God got you and you ain't never been alone. But if they feeling,
well,
mine would be in my life, all of the quote unquote bad stuff, all of the things that people said were horrible or that I cried and kicked and screamed through, have all turned out. No, they have all had a blessing in them. Either I grew through them. The hardest gave me tangible proof that God is real, because all I had to hold on to was God. And I felt when I lost my baby, I felt like I didn't. So I had to find my way back. But that gave me an opportunity to test all that stuff that I had been telling people that I knew.
Right.
Before I was telling just because that voice spoke through me. But after I went through it, I was telling because I know that I know. So that's mine. You're not alone. God got you. Be kind to yourself. Take a moment and ask God or your angels or your ancestors or the Holy Spirit or whoever you talk to. Say, help me. Help me find the blessing in this. I know it's got to be good some kind of way. But right now I'm feeling weak. Please help me. Show me what to do. Okay, y'all go ahead. I'm sorry.
I love you, Tangie, so much. You just tickle the center of my belly sometimes. And it don't have to be a joke. There's no joke on the table. It's just watching you and your joy and excitement. I just freaking love you.
I
I
love you too. My
I've,
son.
I've been, I would say, find a way to fall in love with integration. It
Mm,
has been my saving grace in the last year or so. And truly what it means for me is that I don't put power in the good. I don't put power in the bad. I don't strive for anything that's magnanimous, and I'm not dwelling in what happened. There's a really like, there's an interesting sweet spot that could be had when we integrate life in a way in which we know all things are not only worth it and
mm,
purposeful, but
mm.
this, but it's life. It's what really happens. You know, it's not personal. All of those things. Like I've been really doing my best to tap into that because
Yeah.
I'm an emotional person, and I know that my specifically my perception of whether it's good or bad can swing my emotions from one side of the pendulum to the other, and it throws me off, and it throws a lot of us off, whatever that emotion could be. And it's not worth it because it's all necessary.
Yes.
It's day and night, it's yin yang, it's up and down, it's all necessary, it's all beautiful, you know. And aside and alongside that is like, try to like um move away from what it is that we have been taught about the separation of the two, because so many things in life, whether it's religion, whether it's our bosses, whether it's our parents, have a way of compartmentalizing, have a way of separating, have a way of competing one thing against another when it's all one.
Mm-hmm.
It's really all one. And when we start to separate, we start to break ourselves up. We start to separate ourselves and fragment ourselves. When we are whole, we are powerful in our wholeness.
Mm, mm.
It continues, but I'm gonna stop there.
That was beautiful.
Mhm.
We are whole. We are powerful in our wholeness. Yes. Minister Jeane.
Yeah. So one of the things is finding your gratitude. What are you grateful for versus what you're disdaining right now? Because it's the little things that we overlook and we don't say thank you.
Ashe.
It's finding your gratitude. Gratitude for not just the littlest things, but gratitude for you being you, going through this whole journey and removing any type of judgment that you have about yourself, you know? And
Mm-hmm.
so, because we have a tendency to really turn on ourselves,
Yes, we do.
and then we start to feel not good enough. And then we don't feel good enough, then everything else around us isn't good enough.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and the feeling the loneliness or just down, it's like we have to ask ourselves, what am I comparing myself to? I'm an individual. There is nobody else in this world like me.
Ashe.
I'm an expression of God. Every single bit of me is an expression of God. You are not a mistake. You being here at this time is not a mistake. It is purposeful.
Ashe.
And it is about at this time that you remember to stay present. Be present, be in the moment. And one thing that I have on my phone, and it's in my reminder section, my iPhone, write little notes and stuff to remind me. And it pops up every day. And I was told this by a therapist a long time ago. And she said, do something for yourself this week that gives you joy. Taste, smell, touch, hear, feel. Let your senses experience some type of joy. And it comes up on my phone all the time to remind me. And you have to find the joy in something that makes it worthwhile being alive.
I love it. I love it.
And being grateful for it. Being grateful for that one moment. It's like, oh, I want a chili cheese dog. Let me just I forgot how much that tastes. I love, the feeling of it and the cheese and the chili rolling all down my hands and then on my shirt and all that. But the taste was so good, and it brings back memories of joy, and it brings that joy. So do that for yourself. And don't compare yourself to anybody or anything else. And trust me, when you learn to fall in love with you, people will see that love and they'll begin to fall in love with you too. The ones that are supposed to be in your orbit.
Yes.
That's what
Amen. I love it. It ain't nothing to be said after that. I'm gonna go look in the mirror.
What is wrong with you?
I'm happy y'all done got me pumped up.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Yes.
Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you both.
I love you both.
Oh
Love
my
you.
God. Love you.
And I want to send out a special because we were supposed to have our fourth girl here tonight. I want to send out a shout out to Carlin and bless her and her family. Her mother made her transition a couple of days ago, so she couldn't join us, but we are with her in spirit and just sending a lot of love. Yeah.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are, Carlin. I have to calm down for that because I got so much energy right now. Yes, we are, and we love you. Mwah. Okay. And y'all listen, we're gonna do this once a month. Once a month, we're gonna do this. So y'all write out what y'all want us to talk about. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, sisters. Bye, Mystic. Say bye. Bye, Mystic. Thank you all. I'll see y'all next month.
Okay. Well, before that,
yes. Love you. Go do something nice for yourself. And remember, love yourself. Be kind. Gratitude. Journal. Write your dreams. Be still. Think on these things. Don't be focusing on good and bad. It's the tree of life. You got it. Okay. Love y'all. Bye.